Good afternoon, Britain. It's coming up to 20 to 3. Now, grooming gang victims in Rotherham have said that corrupt police officers worked alongside the gangs or failed to act on their abuse.
Yes, 5 women have come forward to say that they were abused by police officers alongside the gangs.
Well, one says she was raped from the age of 12 by a serving South Yorkshire police officer in a marked police car. He would threaten to hand her back to the gang if she didn't comply, she claims.
Well, joining us now is the online grooming expert and former Met investigator, John Taylor. I mean, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it, John? I mean, police officers are supposed to be there to look after everyone, to look after you, and allegations here of raping and being complicit in what is one of the most awful scandals of our time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Emily, and good afternoon, Tom. You know, if ever there was a further call why there had to be or is going to be a national inquiry into this whole saga, this surely is it. You know, I was in the police force for 30 years, and yes, you were always aware of corrupt officers, but surely nothing is worse than in this area here, the fact that you've got these 5 victims who've come forward so bravely to say, well, at the time, police officers were actually abusing me, sexually abusing me. You've got a further 25 that, without a doubt, were corrupt and had ties with the grooming gangs, were even supplying drugs. And above all, now you've got the situation that South Yorkshire Police are investigating their own. Now, however much further forward we've gone with the police service, this should not be happening. And without a doubt, the IOPC should look at that and say, no, they shouldn't be investigating their own, and they should be overseen by themselves, the IOPC, and of course the NCA.
And this is the most extraordinary thing, is it not? We've spoken a lot about the sort of clannish-like behaviour that we've seen in so many of these towns that hosted grooming gangs and that may still have grooming gangs operational within them, the way that communities can close ranks and keep out investigations. But I suppose it only stands to reason that there will also be some of those closed ranks within positions of authority, whether it's at the council or in the police.
Oh, 100%, and also even care workers. We've had the story of the care worker turning up at, or social worker turning up at the marriage of a 16-year-old girl. All these victims are vulnerable. They've always been vulnerable in their lives, and when it comes to actually wanting society or people in positions of authority to actually be in their corner to help them, they're crying out for help. These individuals weren't there, whether they're council, care workers, social workers, or above all, police officers. And now you've still got the situation now in 2025 that out of all these 30 victims that have come forward, only 17 are prepared to actually give their testimony to the police because the trust still isn't there.
Yeah, and it's going to be very hard, isn't it, to get justice for these women who were just girls when all of this was taking place, because a lot of this happened quite a long time ago now.
That's a very good point, Emily. I mean, historical sexual abuse cases, you know, I mean, I've worked on many in the space of about 20 years. They're very, very difficult to prove. Now, in these cases, when we talk about the police officers and some of the allegations that have been said about being sexually abused in the police car, well, there's a good bit of evidence there. There will be records to show whether that officer was on duty, what car he was driving. So you're going to get further evidence as long as that victim is prepared to have that testimony go to the police. So there is some, but if there is no other corroboration or there's no other further evidence, these are very, very hard to prove. But what we must go back to is we want to have victims to have the feeling of a bit of security and a bit of trust that they can come forward. They will be listened to. You know, it's not a question of, will I believe? No, you will be listened to. We will listen to you and we will help. And then, of course, you do have these situations with historical sexual abuse cases. A lot of them don't actually go to court because the Crown Prosecution Service will say there's not enough evidence.
John, when it comes to this inquiry, have you heard what the timeline is? I mean, there was a big furore kicking off when the Prime Minister announced that he was U-turning on this and that there would be an inquiry. But it seems that the government has gone quiet ever since.
Yeah, I think the expression is stalling, something like that, Tom. I'm with you on it. We're waiting for it. I certainly haven't heard of a date or when things are going, or who's going to do it. We really want to see a thorough and robust inquiry here, because not only GB News, but you've got individuals going, look, there's something to be investigated here. GB News identified, what, 50 towns, 50 cities in the UK? This will be one hell of an inquiry. Who are they going to get to do this? Are they going to get experienced detectives? Are they going to get which organisations? And then you've got the issue about identifying more victims. Oh, in Rotherham, they're talking about 1,400 victims. That's an underestimation, without a doubt. I mean, it's an awful high number. But if they put a good investigation in place, hopefully they will identify more victims. And I say that because I want victims to be helped. I want victims to be listened to, believed, and action to be taken.
Yeah, absolutely. John Taylor, thank you very much indeed. I'm sure we'll speak again. Online grooming expert and former Met investigator. I mean, we started this conversation talking about police potentially being involved in the rape of children. I mean, it's just so hideous.